Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. We are here with another subject matter expert on a deck. We've got Maru13 here, who a lot of people that I've talked to in the Go format community do consider this person to be the best Panda Burn player on the planet at the moment. So super excited to have Maru on here. I think I mentioned just in like the War League discussion that I would like to have him on, and he actually reached out to me. So very cool. Thank you for coming on. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, I'm Maru13, and I'm here to play some goats.
All right, I am going to let Maru get into talking about the deck here, because Panda Burn, of course, is a deck that I have wanted to put more time into and learn to be more proficient at, but I am definitely not the aficionado here. So gonna let him talk about the deck, and then I believe we are going to get on the ladder and get you all some live matches.
So, this deck list is the deck list that I played most of the previous year, and I used it to play in the World Championship 2024 that I got the 11th place. Starting with the monsters, we have 3 pandas. That's standard, that's the best mon of the deck. Also we have 3 rats. Some people think that you can play 2 rats. I think it's better to have 3 rats because he's a great recruiter that can bring Panda or Lily for some damage. Then we have 2 koalas, good card, can do some damage, can stall. Also we have Morphing and Cyber Jar. That's the best mons, that's best flip mons that you have in the Panda Burn deck. Can help a lot. Big Shield Gardener, it's a good card that can absorb some knocks, so you can resolve easier Morphing and Cyber Jar. Sangan, it's standard. Lily, that you can do some good damage, battle damage, because you need it sometimes. Exiled Force, so you can it is a good removal for Magician of Faith, BLS, that you don't have a lot of outs. And Breaker, that can help with some aggro decks or some decree decks that you don't have so many outs. So that's for the monster lineup. Then we go to the spell lineup. We have Pot, Grace, Standard, Swords of Revealing Light, that it's a good stall card. We have 2 Tornades and Heavy Storm. Some people play 3 Tornades with Heavy Storm or not with Heavy Storm. I think this ratio of 2 Tornades and Heavy Storm is better because Heavy Storm is very strong. So I like using Heavy Storm too, and 3 Tornades can break sometimes. 2 level limits, which is standard to stall, also changes the battle position of monsters 4 or higher, so you can press with pandas. And for the trap lineup, we have Gravity Binds, standard, for stall reasons. We have 3 Nightmare Wheels. That's a card that some burn players don't use, or playing 2. I think I like very much this card in game 1 because it can provide different things, can stall, can stop flip effects, can do damage. So I think for game 1 is great, and I always use 3 copies.
Okay.
Then we have 3 Ojamas, 3 secret barrels, and 3 just desserts for the maximum damage. Some people use 2 just desserts because it can break if you don't have Ojama, but I like 3 for the maximum burn damage. To close out the traps, we have Ring, standard, Ceasefire, that is a very good card in the burn deck, can stop flips and can do a lot of damage. And closing the main deck, we have Desert Sunlight. That's a card that some people play, some people don't play in the burn deck. I think it's good because you can resolve easier Morphing and Cyber Jar, which is very strong in the Burn deck, and also can combo with Big Shield Gardna because they take the damage from the first attack and then you can change it to defense position again. So that's the main deck.
That's a cute interaction. I like that.
So going to the side deck, we have two Kinetic Soldiers. That's mainly for warriors and Earth aggro. Tribe I think is the most essential card in side deck because it can out a lot of tough mons for the burn deck, like Jinzo, like BLS, like King Tiger Wanhu, like Des Wombat. So it's, I think, very strong in the side. We have one Kiko. It's good mostly in the turbo matchup. Kuhb, I think, is a good card in the side. It can help with reasoning gate, with burn, with cat burn. So I'm using it most of the time in these matchups, and I have it in my side deck. Then we have two Nobleman of Crossouts and one Mind Control, mostly for the Chaos matchup. I think is very strong in this matchup. Then we go with the MST. MST is here mostly for decree decks.
Makes sense.
We have one out to decree. Snatch Steal is a card that some people use in the main deck. I like in the side. This card is very good against aggro decks. It can be good in the turbo matchup also. Sometimes you can use it. Then we have Book of Moon. Book of Moon is a consistent card. You can use it if you see a lot of King Tigers, Mobius, Jinjo. Also, if you play Chaos Control or Gold Control with Decrease, you can reduce the trap lineup and bring more spell traps, spell cards to help you avoid Decrease. And closing out, we have Mirror Force, strong card against aggro decks. Magic Cylinder also a good card against aggro decks, can do a lot of damage. And we have Torrential Tribute. That's a card that's not a lot of... some players don't use it in the burn deck. I like it. It's good in some matchups, like the Mirror. And some people don't expect it.
Yep.
Finally, we have Magic Drain. That's a card that I like using. It's mostly for the Chaos matchup, Chaos Turbo. I think it's good. Stopped a lot of times Trinity cards or Walk. And it synergizes with the Morphing Jar and Descoala because some players set a lot of spell traps to avoid the damage of Koala or the Morphing Jar effect, and they don't have a lot of spells in their hand, and you can stop some strong cards. Sometimes Walk also. If you stop Walk, the cost is the monster is cost and tributed, and then they doesn't gain the LP. So that's it with the list.
Okay. So got a few questions here. Just general things, I guess. I know I've seen some lists that are playing stuff like Gravekeeper Spy in the main. Have you played around with that at all? I know they're usually in place of the rats, and you said you do like the rats, but is that something you've experimented with?
I have seen it too. I think I haven't used it, the Gravekeeper Spies, but I understand the logic. Sometimes it is paired with Mind Control, so you can take the spy from the turbo deck and bring your own spy with and it can pressure some damage also. I haven't tried it, but I think it is a good idea.
Okay. Another question is about Nightmare Wheel. I know you said
Yes.
you do still like the card, and you did
Yeah,
point
yeah,
out
yeah.
that some people are only playing two or cutting it completely from the main.
Yeah.
Um, I've talked to a few people, and I think what I've gathered is mostly the reason for cutting this is Thunder Dragon is a problem with this card. Do you just not care about the Thunder Dragon, or do you think Nightmare Wheel is just so good that you're willing to give up the opponent tributing that monster for Thunder Dragon every now and then?
I think I understand what you're saying with the Thunder Dragons. It's important, but uh, first of all, sometimes you stop a flip effect. So okay, they're
Hmm.
tributing for Thunder Dragon, so you lose your Nightmare Wheel, but they lost their Magician of Faith. So
Okay.
sometimes it's worth it also. And another thing is sometimes turbo players tend to discard their Thunder Dragons to avoid
Hmm.
any more damage from koalas and secret barrels. So it can be effective, more effective if that happens.
Okay. No, that all makes sense to me. Wanted to hear the flip side of that argument because I think I've only ever really heard someone speak of the other side of cutting the Nightmare Wheels from the deck.
Mhm.
Last question I had was, have you experimented with the Earth aggro transition side? And what do you think about that?
I tried it for a little bit. Um, it was okay, but I think it didn't serve for a tournament that you want a lot of cards to side for other matchups. It was one-sided, I think. It's only one strategy. Here we have a side deck that can work for a lot of matchups.
Okay.
That's my idea about it, but I get it, and it's a strong combination to have these aggro things because games 2, 3 have a lot walks, Amazones, and that stuff. So it's tough for the burn deck.
Okay. Makes sense to me. I don't have any more questions, so if you don't have anything else, we can go ahead and get to some matches.
Yes, yes, that would be great.
All right, let's do it. All right, here we are with the first match. How do you usually determine how you do rock paper scissors?
Randomly, I don't have a preference,
All right,
so you
we'll
can pick
roll a.
whatever.
Okay, I'll roll a die. That's
Okay,
sandpaper. Okay, roll again. Rock. All right, it worked out.
nice. Okay, we're going first. That's good.
Yes, love to get the setup going for this deck early.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So my inclination here is, especially since you have the heavy storm, we're probably just setting Big Shield here.
Yes, yes. It's a simple play. Set big shield. You want to take the knock if they have it,
Mm-hmm.
and you pass. Yes, you don't have to set anything
All right. Awesome. I got the first play right. I'm an expert now.
here.
All right. Opponent leading on Pot of Greed. Pretty good.
Okay. Let's see.
Ah, there's the knock.
Nice.
We got him.
Okay.
Take
Let's see
that.
what he's playing.
Take that +1 right back from the opponent. I love Big Shield Gardna. That's one of my big draws to this deck, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just see a face
Okay.
down monster. Barrel's a good pickup.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Yes.
So, are you usually a fan of exile forcing here? I'm
I
generally
think
not, but
yes, yes. We can keep it for now.
okay. Okay. So,
Because if it's Moth or if it's Deco, it's not a big problem.
okay. So, do we want to set Koala because the opponent's keeping a bunch of cards in hand? Or are you still fishing for maybe this is a Moth and they can get back a knock here?
We can set the koala. If it's a Moth,
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay. And set Secret Barrel as well.
Okay, yes, yes. We
Okay.
can set the Secret Barrel too.
Okay. I didn't know how aggressively one may hold the burn cards for Ojama Trio. Night Assailant.
Okay, it's not a salad. Fair.
Okay. That's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're currently doing 1400 with this barrel. We get value out of a break or
Okay.
two. That's not bad.
Yes, that's good. Okay. 14, as you said. So they will take 1,000 if they want uh, to kill the gardener.
Yeah.
That's good for us.
Yes, that is very good for us, especially because, like, oh, they didn't even
So they don't
attack.
want it
Okay.
and doesn't set anything. Okay.
Yeah, oh, Gravity Bind's really good to go with this. And I think what I
Yeah.
want to do here is just summon Giant Rat and crash into Breaker and go get Lily.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes. That's what I was thinking.
All right, deal a bunch of damage here. Love this. We don't even have to use our Heavy Storm.
Yes.
This powers down our Just Desserts a little bit, but I think that's okay because we're just dealing
It's
massive
okay.
amounts of
It's okay.
damage.
The damage is very good.
And we do just want to attack over this Night Assailant for the most damage
Yeah,
possible,
yeah,
right?
of course. Of course,
Okay.
of course. Now for the gravity bind, I don't know if you want to set it. I think it's safer to set it because if
Okay.
they get with snatch the lily, maybe they will get out of hand. So it's good to
Okay.
have some back row.
Sure. That makes sense to me. We can always clear it with the Heavy Storm if we need to, I suppose.
Yes, yes, yes.
And the opponent at exactly 3,400 life points. That's where we like to be.
It's good.
Tribe.
Oh,
Okay.
tribe is a problem.
Yeah, that one's annoying for sure.
Okay.
They do
Yeah.
have to give up their Breaker if they get rid of the Lily, but
Yeah. Okay.
see if they clear the garden here too. They do. Okay. Oh, the
Oh,
Shallow
shallow
Grave.
grave. What is this?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we just want to
So,
flip Gravity Bind here then, right?
yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay. Go ahead and stop this attack.
Mhm.
Okay, still no
Okay.
set from the opponent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Panda could be good if they got another monster over there, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking we probably just don't do anything here. Or do we want to
Let's
Exile
think.
Force? Okay.
Let's think. I think Exile Force is okay because you can wait too, but I'm fearing a lot of damage next turn if they get rid of the Gravity Bind.
Okay.
You can also. It's tough spot here.
Yeah.
You can wait also. Whatever you feel better.
Okay. My inclination is to wait, but if you think the Exile Force is the
Okay.
best play, I'll go with that.
We can wait for a second mon probably to clear it.
Okay.
It's okay, I think.
Okay. All right. We will pass the turn then.
Yes.
Opponent hasn't shown anything, or at least they didn't show an MST for this Gravity Bind there. Okay. They don't play anything.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Desert Sunlight. That's not helping a whole lot here.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go with the same play of just continue waiting, but
Okay, we can wait another turn and see what happens.
eventually I guess we have to do something. But if we could get our hands on an Ojama trio here.
Now they have light, so
Mm-hmm.
that's a problem. We'll see.
Yep. No play.
Okay.
No play past that. Okay. Another desserts. Okay.
Yes.
If we could get them to play another monster. Is them having access to chaos enough to exile force now to prevent a bunch of damage, or
Maybe we can set the panda to have some defense because tribe cannot attack.
sure? Do we
And
want to set
wait
the?
if the desert, it's not helping a lot here, so we can keep it.
Okay.
Because if it flipped face up, you can get rid of
Sure.
panda with the effect.
Sure. Okay. And just pass from here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So here we bait a little bit BLS if they want. Okay. They set here.
Oh, there we go.
That's probably a good card to finish the game.
Yeah. I think that's
We'll
probably the
find
best
something.
draw.
Yeah.
We'll fire that off. Hopefully, get some good stuff here. Morphing Jar is
Ooh.
good. Nightmare Wheel's not
We
bad.
have the combo. We have the combo with the sunlight, but also we have game here with
Yeah.
the jam and two desserts.
Yep. So, I guess we probably. I don't want to overthink this. Pitch Heavy Storm and
Yeah.
Exiled Force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yes. For game one, it's easy because they don't have anything to stop that.
Yep. All right. Just set. I
So you
guess.
start in its own. Yes.
Do I set the Desert Sunlight to go with the jar here, or set the Nightmare Wheel, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter here because it's game one. They don't have an out. I think
Okay.
you can set it to be, just to be sure.
You're right. You're right. All right. Let me find the
You
Ojama
can
Trio so I can have my
you can
finger on
also
that one.
sunlight. You can also sunlight to see what they have in their hand if you want to see what they're playing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And just fire off these Just Desserts here, or wait.
If you want to sunlight first, just to
Oh,
see
right,
the
right.
response.
Sure.
Okay, so we're flipping. Let's see what they had in their hand. Too many months. Okay.
Book of Taiyu. Okay, so is this like a and meta?
Yeah. Now you chain the two just desserts in standby, and we're good.
All right. I love the lines of just getting extra information like that. So we saw
You
Book
can
of
do it.
Taiyu. Meta is this?
I think is chaos deck that tries to abuse the flips better, maybe.
I didn't see any of the other pieces for like Ron control, but
Yeah, but they will maybe in the side.
yeah. Okay. So for Chaos, you said Kaiku and these, and Magic
Yes,
Drain.
I think Magic Drain here is not very good because they have a lot of spells. Three
Okay.
Taiyus and three, maybe, I'm not sure if it's three, but with Taiyus and Shallow Graves, they have a lot of spells to
Okay.
discard.
Sure.
So
That
we're
makes
good with that.
sense.
Yeah.
And
You
what are
can
we
get
usually
rid.
cutting?
Yeah. Nightmare Wheels is the easier pick in game two.
Okay.
And you can cut a monster too for Kaiku, a rat, maybe.
A rat? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. All right. And I suppose probably at least for, at least regular chaos, we're not really thinking decree. So we probably don't want this MST or anything.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see in game two if we see decree. We can bring MST in game three.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense to me.
A lot of times, game two is a scout game if you won the first to see what's their side deck for burn because there are a lot of cards that can the burn deck
Okay.
decide.
Yeah, side decking is always. Sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to point out it's better first to use the burn card, desserts, and then the Ojama, sometimes to avoid any torrential that cannot be chained in this sequence.
Yeah.
Just to keep in mind, not that it was important in the previous game.
Yeah, they didn't have a back row there, so we were safe for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I assume we're just ripping off this graceful charity, right?
Yeah. We can do it. We can do it for sure.
Okay.
If we find a knock and.
Yeah. And we do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we find a knock. We don't have a good monster to attack. That's a problem. But what do you think here? We have a lot of.
Got a lot of choices. The Ojama Trio is not doing a whole lot, but it feels like almost like blasphemy to discard this. But
it's not. It's tough to discard if you have only one Ojama to discard it because in the next turns, Tornado you can discard for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking True Nade and maybe Level Limit. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's a little risky, but I see the point.
Okay. Would you pick something else?
No, I think it's fine to discard it.
Okay.
We can go for the knock.
Yep. Hopefully this is something juicy.
Yeah,
A serpent. Okay,
that's
okay,
it. Okay.
okay. And then just lead on big shield again.
Yeah, yeah, we can do it.
Okay. And set both of these, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking a little bit more, Gardner has a little problem with Ojamas. They can
Mm-hmm.
exploit it
Yep. That's
to
true.
crush the tokens. I didn't think beforehand, but now we can set them
Set both. Okay.
and risk it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not discarding level limit and discarding Gardner was better, and just set the
Mm-hmm.
Koala. Yeah, and if
I can
they
see
knock
that
the
as well.
Koala, we had the Cyber Jar.
Yep. I was thinking of leaving the big shield in hand just in case of knock again. But no,
Yeah, yeah,
that makes
makes
sense
sense.
as well.
Makes a lot of sense, but you have to be careful with the Ojamas.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Yep. So good thing we have a secret barrel instead of a just desserts, so we don't just
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
rip off Ojama.
exactly.
No play.
Okay.
Okay. Discard Thunder Dragon. Sure. Oh.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3,
We
4, 5,
have
6,
the
7, 8, 9, 1800. I feel like we want to be conservative and just set Koala here.
okay. I like the play. I like the play.
Okay. All right.
They
Maybe
don't
I
like
know.
playing a lot of cards.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not playing a lot of back row. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one monster.
Now,
Helps our panda.
yeah.
Meta.
So,
Okay.
okay.
Do we let this go or were we supposed to barrel there?
No, no, no. It's okay. We
Okay.
can wait.
All right. They do take our koala.
Okay. That's a
That's not.
little bad, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
We do have Cyberjar, I guess.
Yeah. They have TDs, right? So next turn they can. Oh, that's a good card too.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good card.
Yeah.
I want to say set desserts, set Cyberjar, but I'm not convinced on the Cyberjar.
Yeah, for sure. Setting desserts is the right play.
Mm-hmm.
Now for the cyber jar, yeah. I'm not sure too. You can set it. You can set it and see
Okay.
what's happening. Maybe they summon TD and
Mm-hmm.
attack.
Sounds good to me. It makes our secret barrel a little bit more powerful too.
Exactly.
Just kind of hurts if they have a heavy storm here, but because then we have to flip the Ojama. Oh, nothing. I'm okay with that too.
We can wait. We can wait too.
Yeah. Breaker.
Breaker is good if they have any decrease stuff because I see meta. So
do we
you
want
to pop?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to
It's a little-
preemptively break it?
Yeah, it's a little risky with torrential, but I think we can do it.
Mm-hmm. I think they may not even be playing the torrential over there, honestly.
Yeah.
But this is the ladder. You can see anything, right?
Exactly.
It is the degree.
Nice.
Okay.
We got
Very
it.
nice.
Okay.
Very nice. Maybe they ram the Thousand Eyes Restrict into this, take 1600 so they can suck it up.
I don't think it's a good play.
Ooh, okay. We've got full power
Okay.
just desserts now.
Yeah.
Heavy Storm.
Okay. Now we have to play the Ujama, probably.
8. Okay. And so this is 4,700, if I'm counting correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11.
Yeah, and we can wait for 200 more in the draw phase.
Yep. But we just go ahead and
Barrel.
fire off. We fire off just desserts now, right?
It's okay to keep it for another
Okay.
turn, but you can so they don't know if you have the burn damage.
Okay.
You
Sure.
can keep it.
Okay.
And
That
if
makes
they
sense to me.
set anything, we chain it because we fear decree.
Okay. Sure. I've heard people say that you're just supposed to fire off the just desserts because it's not going to get any extra value, but I guess there is a chance you could get extra value out of it. So
The extra value is that they don't know what you have. Only that.
That makes sense to me. All right, so Graceful Charity, getting rid of the last Thunder Dragon.
That's a problem for them if they pitched the second D. Because they... Okay, now we chain both.
Is there a certain order that we need to chain these in?
Here, no, because they don't have a set, only our monster, so it's okay.
Okay. Cool. I didn't know if there was anything I was missing there, but this is a good, what, 4,900?
Maybe you can wait and play the one card because of walks, now that I'm thinking about it. So probably you play first Justice Edge, maybe.
Okay.
It's close, if it's better the one or the other.
Okay. Sure. They can get another suck with this Thousand Eyes Restrict, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
If we...
I think we're good.
Yeah. This, oh, they're gonna take the Cyberjar. Okay. You gotta make space for me, opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, the draw go stall game, I imagine, just favors the burn deck by a lot.
Yes.
So.
Yes, but game 2, it's a little risky because they will draw some cards, anti-bear cards, but mostly it's in our favor. Okay, they want to lose what they're doing.
Yep.
Here.
Sure thing, opponent.
They had enough of... Oh.
No.
That's not how it's working.
Yeah. Sorry, your Thousand Eyes Restrict lives, opponent.
Just the equip.
Yeah, I think they were probably wanting to get this off the field.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great for us. Can't suck up the breaker here. Can next turn, but...
Yes.
If they want to attack into Big Shield Guard, that'd be my guess.
We have heavy for any back row and with one burn card. Okay.
Just gonna concede. I mean, we'll take those wins. We were gonna draw into Ring, so yeah. I mean, we would have just been able to summon Panda, set Ring anyway with Heavy Storm for anything. So yeah, I think it was a little bit premature, but I think we were gonna take it anyway. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So let's get a second match here. All right, here we are, rolling the all-knowing die. Scissors. I used to pick scissors all the time. Didn't work out there. Rock? No? Okay. Keep going.
That's a
Rock
fight.
again. Ah, okay.
Okay.
The die is no longer all-knowing, unfortunately. We are going second here.
It's okay.
All right. Can't complain with a Pot of Greed hand, right?
Yeah, it's an okay hand. If we find an Ojama soon, it will be better.
Okay, the old T-set pass. And swords. Okay. I guess first things first, we just rip off the Pot of Greed.
For sure.
Okay. Not the world's best draws, but...
Yeah, we have a lot of stall cards that they will help probably.
I kind of like...
One consideration... Yeah?
I was going to say, do we want to play swords first, just for information?
Yeah. I just want to say, just to consider playing swords, maybe you bait, you find an A or spy. You can do it.
Okay.
Or a Donjalug if it's a warrior deck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be a nightmare. Crash Panda into a Zalug and just lose a card.
We're not risking it. Probably.
It is a spy. Okay.
That's spy.
I really wish... Yeah. Really wish we had that Ojama trio, but if the opponent summons another monster, we can at least get over it with Panda.
Yeah.
Okay, so from here, I think we still need to play around heavy a little bit because this is probably just a chainable over there.
And we have heavy, so we can wait.
Yeah.
Because we're not...
Yeah. Do we want to do anything with the rat right now?
I think you can set it or summon it, but I think set is better.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Just hold the rest.
Yeah.
Pretty protected with the swords anyway. Hopefully.
Yeah, a lot of things can go wrong, but with the
Yep.
swords, I mean, with Breaker, MST, Rageki Break, and if they have knock, they will push with the spies. But we'll see.
Got a lot of backup if something does happen to it. So this is one thing. I was thinking, oh man, we lose our heavy. I mean, we lose a mediocre
Yeah.
hand, but
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping to keep the heavy.
we have two nades.
Yeah. Whenever you were talking about it in the deck profile, one of the things that I do like about Heavy Storm is it gets me a lot whenever I play against Burn because I'm just not expecting the Heavy Storm, and I think a lot of people don't.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You just get a whole lot of extra value. Okay, so we see Thunder Dragon now. Okay.
Oh, the Chaos is live. We have a worse hand here.
Okay. We lose
Okay.
the rat, but they only got one Thunder Dragon off of that, so we got double Thunder Dragon in hand.
Okay.
So that's good for us. Okay, Jar of Greed. It was a chainable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The counter. Okay, nice. Mm-hmm.
All right. Not the best time for Koala, but
Yeah. So
Not the
here,
biggest-
what we think? Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of Breaker here. We don't care if this is Moth, and I kind of don't care about the spies. I kind of want to summon Panda and attack over the face down. Is that crazy?
It's not crazy. Do you want to turnate first so you can reset swords too, or
Could True Name.
you can go either way?
I guess if it's a Raigeki break, I kind of don't care if they hit the Panda.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So it's
also,
good not to.
I guess replaying swords for information here in case that is a Night Assailant would be nice.
Okay, we can keep the swords because we don't have other stall cards. So
Okay.
if we use turnate, we keep the swords for
Okay.
next turns because yeah.
Okay. I think I'd like just summoning the Panda and attacking them.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Because like Mirror Force and Torrential are both gone. Though they probably have Raigeki break over there.
Yeah.
We're thinking on the summon. A bottomless trap hole.
Nah, maybe Rageki break or ring. I don't know. Ring will be good
be
for
ring.
us. I think.
Yeah, I agree. Oop. There we go. This makes our Just Desserts temporarily a little worse. Yeah, I don't really care about this Magician of Faith.
Nice. Okay, they have Dark Engrave. Just to
Yes.
have in mind. Yeah. Have the spy. Okay, so do we want to keep anything from our hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we set the secret barrel at least, right?
Yeah, we can set.
And Just Desserts is doing 1,000 here.
No.
No.
I think it's okay to draw 4 more cards.
Okay. Okay.
Because they will probably use the.
Okay.
card
That makes
destruction.
sense. That makes sense. And definitely don't want a giant Trunade now and give them an extra card.
But it was good that we didn't use the giant grenade, I think.
Yes. Well, here, I'll just give the... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we want to rip off?
No,
I guess it's fine.
we wait.
Okay, there's our
nice
trio.
one.
Hopefully the opponent doesn't play anything else here. Duos.
That's problem.
They hit the trio.
Okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Do we want to keep Sunlight with Cyberjar?
I think yes. Gardener is not helping here, so we can discard.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And Pot of Greed, you got it.
Okay.
Pretty good card destruction over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Second turn. Good.
Giant rat.
So, 2 knocks, I think, is gone, right?
Yep.
Okay, now the only problem with the Cyberjar resolving, I think, is Rageki Break. So Desert Sunlight is a good backup if they have Raigeki Break.
Okay. So set jar,
So
set sunlight, or
yes, and wait.
okay.
Don't use it, and we'll see.
Okay. No in phase break, so that sounds good.
Yeah.
We lose the
Okay.
swords here, and we're just keep
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah. Let's draw the card and see.
Okay. Lily.
Lily. Okay. So what we have said. Okay, sunlight and barrel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Do you want to pop the cyber or not?
I think no, but
I think we can wait.
yeah.
We don't want to give them cards.
Mm-hmm. And we don't play out any of the monsters, of course, because of the cyber jar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's good that we have the sunlight to resolve the cyber for sure. Not for sure, but with a good
Yeah.
and two knocks are gone, so good chances. Okay.
Do we?
Let's,
I guess we just let them do it, right?
yeah, of course. We'll let the breaker. So
Even more. Oh, they're just gonna attack. Okay, good.
Okay.
So then,
we'll let him.
yeah.
What they're thinking now.
Yeah. What are you? You got Divine Wrath, opponent? That's about the only card I can think of that'll work here. If they have Divine Wrath, they just wanted it more, I guess. That's cool. I love that card. All right. Everything goes away.
Let's see what we got.
Not bad.
Okay, we have a Mon to stop some attacks if they get Mons.
We got Just Desserts, another barrel, and a ceasefire. Okay, let's see what they get. Art and Sook. Okay, all right, that works out for me, right?
Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
They get their Moth and the Night Assailant. Those three cards go back to hand, so this Des Koala is potentially doing some good work here.
We can use the sunlight now to do the damage if you
Yep.
want.
I was thinking we might do that.
Yeah, before they start setting. So end SP and battle phase, you can use it if you want to set it now. Or
I'm gonna wait for them to set.
okay. Maybe it was not so good play because they have Raigeki break, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about the break. They're gonna let it go through though.
Yeah.
Works for me.
We got lucky here. That was bad from my end. Yeah.
No, I was gonna suggest that as well. So we're gonna MST.
Okay.
Sure. Here you go.
to avoid 400.
Yep.
I understand the play.
Yeah.
You want
for
to
sure.
avoid as much damage as you
think.
can.
We probably just have lethal here on the next turn with our sets.
Yeah. Because they used the MST too. So we can set all our hand and do a lot of damage.
And they take 2,000. Yeah, 1,500. Sounds good. We know this one's Night Assailant, this one's Moth, but it doesn't really matter. Sure, Trap does shoot me. You got it.
We don't need our monsters here.
we sure don't. Ceasefire is lethal on its own. And we can play out another monster just to make sure it's lethal.
Yeah. Because they can Raigeki break their own monsters.
Yeah, there we go.
Monsters. Okay, nice.
Oh, they're just gonna leave.
No.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably
Unfortunate.
they didn't have a lot of side deck.
Yeah, unfortunate, but that's gonna happen sometimes on the ladder. So let's get another one here. All right, here we are for match like 2.5 or however you want to call it. Roll the die here. Unfortunately, our opponent has superior skills to us, so we might not be able to pull this one out, but we're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I love Des Koala. Man, every time I see this card, I get so excited. Yeah, I don't
That's
don't love to see that one.
but they took 1,000. That's good for us.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, took the
Okay.
sunlight. That's
Unlikely.
fine.
Okay.
I'm inclined to discard Exiled Force here.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. Keep our
We can play
protection. Keep our
around.
burn cards.
Yeah. Yeah. We can play around Moth also if they have it.
Yep, that's true. We're lagging a little bit here. That's okay. Thunder Dragon again.
Okay.
To no one's surprise, Thunder Dragon is a good card that gets played in a lot of decks. All right. T-set. Yep. The old T-set pass. And hopefully no dust shoot here. All right.
Okay, nice.
So I'm thinking set Koala, set these.
Yeah. I think too.
Okay.
We cannot risk having second Moth and keep 2 cards in our hand.
Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't completely play around it. Would have been nice to pick up an Ogeometry or something,
Oh,
but
it's okay. 1 for
yeah.
1 and 1,000, it's okay. They probably doesn't know still if we're playing Burn because they have seen Sunlight and Exile Force.
Yep. Sunlight, not a super popular card in the meta,
Yeah,
but
okay.
Yeah,
If
Spy's
we
fine.
had here Ojama, it would be great.
Oh yeah. How many
No,
times have
will
you
be great too. Yeah.
said that while playing Burn? Ah, come on.
It's okay.
Boo. Okay. Lose our koalas.
Now they probably know.
Yeah. Alright. I mean, we can just gravity
Okay.
bind this thing though.
Yes, for sure.
And then, of course, we haven't seen our card for the turn yet, but oh. Okay.
Okay.
I kind of just want to attack into the spy.
Yeah, let's think a little bit
Sure.
about it. I understand the idea.
Yeah.
It's 22 damage, right? 22. We have the ring. Okay, so we take 2,000. I think it makes sense to try to attack.
Okay.
Now we have the opportunity because it's in attack position.
Yep.
We're giving
Hopefully.
them the dark, but they have it because they have Thunder Dragon in hand, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And honestly, if they summon out a BLS, that's not bad for our ring.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, ring on the
That's a
lilies.
good idea.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully gravity can hold us.
Yeah. Hopefully we can find a morphing jar, a cyber jar, or just some more burn cards or something.
Yeah.
I assume set secret barrel. There's no reason really not
It's
to.
okay to set it, yeah.
Okay.
And hope for not heavy here.
Yeah. Upstart Goblin, okay.
We take the 1,000.
Yeah. Thank you, opponent. Okay. That seems good for us.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nice.
All right. That works.
We take that one.
Slam this. No magic drain, please.
Solemn Judgment, we can take it.
Solemn Judgment would be great. Yeah. Ah, the tree.
Okay.
Oh, well, we do have ring.
Okay.
So, do we want to ring
So
one
ring
of these
is
spots?
gone.
Yeah, their
I
ring is
think,
gone.
Yeah, I think attacking the set is better.
Oh, attack the set? Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
risky if they have the Night Assailant, so but we are doing more damage for sure
Sure.
with the set
Yep.
and try to Ojama.
That makes a lot more sense than the ring for sure. For some reason, that one didn't even cross my mind, but now we get to save like our best removal spell. Sakuretsu armor. I did not expect that.
Now we can use the ring to Panda, but it's not worth it, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. Is it worth it on the spy, or are we just waiting?
We're just waiting here.
Okay.
Let's think. Okay.
Well,
It
Sorry.
makes sense to do it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, yeah. We had to do it probably. Ring and then Ojama, but it's okay.
Okay. Okay. Maybe they'll summon out something better. Like a breaker or something. I guess I guess we could have stopped the breaker by
Yeah, exactly,
blocking the field,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
okay.
Let's see what we get here.
Level limit.
Level limit is good to have a backup plan if
Yep.
they pass the gravity bind. Do you want to try it now? Ring?
I'm down to try it again. Or
Oh,
do it now.
yeah.
If that sounds good now.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
They're probably expecting the Ojama here, so if they have Rageki Break or something, they will use it.
Yeah.
The question is if you want to set also the level limit, but it's risky with the heavy, so I
Yeah.
think
It
just
is
setting
risky.
Ojama is safer.
I feel like if they had an MSC, they may have gone after the gravity bind there.
Yeah, fair.
I guess
I
it
think
could be
more
the break.
Rageki Break. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we can set only Ojama. And now, first you use Secret Barrel, then Ojama to avoid any torrential stuff.
Yep. And I guess we could have. Well, no, I guess we couldn't wait on the ring because we wanted to do it like this, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could have waited on the ring to sort of like not telegraph our Ojama trio, but then we would have. Well, I guess we could have used ring in like draw phase or something. I don't know.
I hope they will not have Soren.
Oh.
Oh, crazy.
Okay. That's
Okay.
fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They take 14 down to 1300. Okay.
We're good.
All right. Well, almost any burn spell does it here.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few of them left.
Mm-hmm.
Even a panda probably ends up being all right. See what the opponent's got.
Set probably is an A, I think, because they hasn't flipped them. The set one.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I don't think they will set Serpent. Deco and Moth probably will be flipped. So probably an A.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Interesting seeing the Solemn Judgment and the Sakuretsu armor.
Yeah. Anti-warrior deck.
Yeah.
So here, do we want to set the rat? It will be good for us if they flip the Nay to have it in attack if we find another monster.
That's true.
And and we don't want to attack to the monster, I think.
Okay.
We want as many monsters as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Set rat. And then, like, on the off chance that it's not Knight Assailant, just gets us another monster on the board, I guess. Okay. You were right. It is the Knight Assailant.
Makes sense.
Flip it immediately.
Okay, we take the 200.
No big deal there. Panda, Panda is lethal. Oh, they have Sook. Okay.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's not...
Panda is still lethal, actually. So...
Yeah. Okay.
I guess there's no reason to set rat now, right?
No, for sure not.
Okay.
We cannot attack with gravity, so we just wait.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think if we could attack, we didn't also.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we're just getting in for 200, sure.
200 is better than nothing.
That's true. They must have drawn the Tsukuyomi recently, I guess, because they could have been doing that for a long time.
Yeah. But we didn't have a lot of monsters. Okay.
There we go.
So, I think, go ahead.
Do we want to set both in case this new...
Yeah, I think we set both.
Okay. Is there a certain order that you usually do it in? I know it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but...
I will try not to have a pattern, because sometimes some other people will exploit that.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for it then.
Just set them.
We're setting this one first.
Yeah. Okay, it's okay.
Just having some fun.
MS is gone, right? So only Ragiki break will be a problem here.
Yep.
And if they Ragiki break a Mon, they have 4, 6, 7. So it's 14 if they Ragiki break. So it's safe to use. Maybe a second Solemn will be a problem, but we can risk this. Or we can wait. I don't know.
Are we?
It's okay to wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we
Because
could
we
wait.
have the Solemns. Yeah.
7, 8, 9. Yeah.
And now tribute summon for Jinzo.
You're gonna speak that into existence. Oh
No,
no.
I don't think.
This is the deck that it's always into. It's like the deck that plays Solemn Judgment with a billion traps, and then they're like, "Oh, here's a Jinzo, and you're dead." By the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Sangan's fine.
We can take 1,000.
Yeah.
So just to have in mind, for the Solemn, in order to avoid it, if we find the second burn, we use the first burn, chain the second, so they cannot do anything with the Solemn.
Yep. Oh.
Heavy. Interesting cards.
That is very interesting. Because they probably don't Solemn this if we activate it.
Yeah, and then we chain. No, yeah, we don't want to play our own cards, so we don't risk too heavy, and then barrel. And if it is solemned, we have a problem.
Yeah.
So we can wait a little bit more if you want.
Okay.
And if they set another card, we can do it on the end phase to avoid.
Okay.
Maybe another solemn.
Okay. That sounds good to
me. We're not in pressure here, so
yeah,
we can wait a little. Okay,
that's fine. This is one of the parts of, for the people watching, this is one of the parts of like the burn decks that a lot of people miss, is just like the skill of when to play your cards, because it's so different from other decks in the format. I really like these kinds of things. Yep, suit coming down.
Yeah, Panda also is game here. Now you barrel.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
In the end phase. Let's see.
They did have a Solemn. Okay.
Okay. But we have the heavy now. We're okay.
Unfortunately, Rat over Sangan's not lethal, but
yeah.
Trunade.
This was an example that Trunade was better than heavy, because we could have used Trunade and then barrel for sure.
Yep.
Here, a spot here.
Yep. Not looking great.
Yeah, but only heavy is the real problem. You can use maybe the level limit to have another card stall. Or if you want to bait, I don't know, if you want to bait maybe another Solemn, it's crazy to have 3 with Tornade, and if they Solemn, we heavy and Rat for game, but I think it's
true. It is risky. We could wait a turn on that?
We can, we can wait. Just use level limit. Just use level limit, just to be sure.
Okay.
If they find the answer to gravity.
Sounds good to me. And we're just taking 1,200 here. Their ring is already gone.
Yeah. I fear Heavy Storm. They have a Chaos for game.
Yeah. That would do it. Okay. Yep. Flip up Night Assailant.
The classic 12. We just need. We have a lot of outs here. A lot of burn, a lot of panda. Okay.
Does shoot.
Okay.
Nightmare Wheel's not awful.
Yeah.
It sucks to lose the panda because we would have had lethal, but over a couple of turns anyway. Not immediate lethal.
They have Thunder Dragon in hand. Can we check the grave?
They do not have Thunder Dragon in hand.
That's good for Nightmare Wheel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to Trunade? I guess we don't need to Trunade here.
We don't need to, but we can do it to avoid any Ragiki breaks. But because we have the heavy too to clear and attack if we need to.
Okay. So rip off this giant true nade here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. And from here, I know like we're definitely setting Nightmare Wheel. Do we just do Nightmare Wheel plus Gravity Bind, or do we play the level limit out as well?
Let's think. If they have an out to a breaker, for example, we have how much on board? Not so
I
much.
guess maybe 22, 24 if we Nightmare Wheel the breaker.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not lethal. So set the Nightmare Wheel. And
Maybe gravity too.
you said Gravity Bind?
Yeah.
Okay. And no level limit, right?
Yeah. Keep.
Okay.
Maybe it was better level limit for the breaker. Now that I'm thinking about it, but it's okay.
Sure.
If they summon breaker,
Sure. That makes sense.
just to have it. But you see now that Nightmare Wheel can help a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I am a fan of Nightmare Wheel, having played a lot of Pac-Man. Do we Nightmare Wheel the Sand?
We can stop it because they cannot tribute it, and we don't want to take the damage.
Sure. 1,000's a lot more than 200.
Yeah.
And pretty much any monster that we can draw now that can attack over Sangan is going to be lethal, so we don't need to keep this thing from flipping. I know they can still flip it down with Suki. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. That was a problem.
Okay.
Didn't think about it. I should have.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We're going to draw a burn spell here, and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
That's not quite a burn spell. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking just play out level limit and pass, or we could heavy storm. Okay.
No heavy storm. We need the gravity bind too. So use level limit. So the better play there was to wait for NA to be set and then use the Nightmare Wheel. That's on me.
Yeah,
I missed
that's
it.
all right. That's all right. It looked good to stop the 1,000 damage.
Yeah. We're both learning here. The opponent is playing well also.
Yeah.
So we have a good match here.
Yep. Oh. No. That stupid Night Assailant.
Yeah, the problem is the Night Assailant, right?
All right.
So we cannot set.
Yeah, let's just keep passing.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe the opponent gets a little overzealous and uses their Chaos Sorcerer to get rid of the spy, and then I'll take 1,000 here. I guess this just gets them closer to Heavy Storm, right?
Yeah.
Definitely living
They're
on
playing
borrowed
well,
time.
so I don't think they will get rid of spy and get locked.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Time for Heavy Storm.
Yeah. We got it on time because I think the set is probably Magician of Faith. So
that would make sense, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we can do it the cool way.
The third solemn too.
Oh, what am I? Go to the grave. There we go. They did have the third solemn. I'm gonna do this the cool way, and I'm just gonna attack the thing with Cyberjar.
Yeah, nice.
Teach you to not soak this back down.
Kuribo?
Oh, actually, we didn't even need the burn spell because they left that face up. Okay.
Exactly, yes.
All right, so we're playing against Turbo here. So I believe we want the magic drain for this one?
Yeah. That's the main purpose, so we can try it and see how it goes.
Okay. We're cutting the Nightmare Wheels, the Rat, and we didn't cut a fifth one last time because we didn't bring in the magic drain.
Yeah. Also, you can cut Gardener too instead of Rat and go a little more aggressive. We can try that.
Okay.
So now, I think... tell me what you're thinking.
I think Gravity Bind.
Yeah,
but
it's fair to cut one Gravity Bind.
Okay.
Yeah.
For my time of playing Pac-Man, I usually end up cutting a Gravity Bind or so against
Yeah.
against Turbo.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I
Okay.
feel if we find the Emon,
Yep.
we can press it with a double
Yep.
knock.
All right. Injection Fairy Lily, come on down.
With a tornado will be great.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay,
I guess rip off knock here.
for sure.
And then
Nice.
okay.
Nice.
I like that a lot. Um
Do you want? Yeah, tell me.
I
Probably
hate
they
Magic
have.
Drain. I hate Magic Drain as a card, so like this is not my expertise here. But I kind of want to set Magic Drain, but I also
Let's
kind
think.
of
They set them off, so probably they have one Sakuretsu, right? Or something to
yeah.
a defense, and then maybe a jar
Mm-hmm.
or an MST or something. Do you want to set Drain and Ring to have an out to the breaker? It's a little risky, but
Yeah, it's a little risky, but I
yeah,
think it's fine.
yeah,
That's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't want to just set Drain. I do like setting Ring because of Breaker. I also
yeah.
like not setting Ring, but I think it's fine.
Okay.
It's kind of
Let's
one of
see.
those like, do you play around this card or do you play around this card
Exactly.
scenarios? It's kind of tough. Oh, no
Okay.
play.
Nice
Just
turn to
a
us.
Thunder Dragons. Okay. All right. Well, there's a rat.
Here's the question, Tora. Here is the question now. Do you want to tornade?
I
Probably they
don't.
have a Sakuretsu.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth protecting just the rat, but I could be
Yeah,
wrong. Would you Turnade?
it's a tough spot because they probably have an answer to the rat.
Yeah, I just don't think we need to. We can save it for
Okay,
maybe a later.
or a better monster like
Yeah,
injection. Okay, let's try to attack.
yeah. If it was a Lily, I'd probably go ahead and rip it off because
For
3400's
sure,
a
for
lot
sure,
of
for sure.
damage.
Yeah,
If this goes
and
through,
maybe they
okay,
don't. Okay,
okay,
that's also bad that they use the Sakuretsu now because our cards are more vulnerable to heavy storm or stuff. But
yeah.
okay,
No play again.
okay.
All right. So they must be bricked up on chaos monsters or something over there. Oh,
Mhm.
Cyberjar. I mean,
Probably, yeah,
just set it.
yeah. We
If
can
they,
set
yeah,
it. We have, yeah. They maybe have. We can stop knock with magic drain. Let's see if that works.
that's the hope. That's the hope.
Yeah,
If they don't have
let's see.
knock, this is great for us.
Yeah,
And they do.
let's try it.
All right, come on, opponent. Discard your pot of greed you just drew. They've got two Thunder Dragons in hand. Oh, let's go.
Let's see.
Ah,
Okay.
okay, okay. You got me. But I mean, hey, we got rid of both of their knocks, so that's not
Yeah.
like the end of the world. Trio? I kind of don't even want to set that, honestly.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. You don't need to set that.
Yeah,
There is no reason to set
I
it.
think we're good for just passing here.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
We got protection in this ring. The opponent's not doing anything. They do have a light, but they don't have a dark in the grave just yet.
And the second knock will help a lot here.
All right, here's where we draw Injection Fairy Lily. Oh, okay.
Not
Okay.
bad.
That
Now it's another tough decision if you want to use the knock or not.
Oh yeah, we definitely
the
knock.
grenade, sorry. The grenade.
So you're saying it
Wait,
is a good?
Let's.
Or wait.
It's 18. We have protection with ring. We can do it.
Okay. All right. Summon out our Kaiku. Knock this face down. Hopefully we get something. Night Assailant's not bad.
It's okay. It's a dark, so.
Yep, that's true. It is worth noting the only two light monsters that they have left in their deck other than BLS are in their hand, and they're Thunder Dragons. So that's pretty nice.
Let's banish the TD.
Yep, get that out of here.
Uh, Probably side ring. Yeah.
Just keep holding this Ojama Trio till we draw Just Desserts or something.
Yeah. And hopefully don't get dude.
Yeah, yeah. That wouldn't be ideal. Okay.
Okay, now.
Rat.
Mm,
They showed Torrential and Mirror Force, so I don't really think we want to go in on Rat.
no, for sure no.
But I mean,
But because we have another monster, we can attack with that.
yep,
And see.
for sure. Yep, Sakuretsu.
Okay. They have a lot of traps.
Yeah, that's fine. Just set Rat, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense to me. Both of the knocks are gone.
Exactly.
Moth's gone. This Rat is here to stay.
Yeah.
They throw down a tribute to the doomed. Sangan is fine. Is this a torrential? It is, okay.
Okay. We forced the torrential, that's good for us, I think.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Okay.
They don't technically minus because of the Sangan, but like, cool. Seems good for us late game.
We are okay with the trade, I think, because torrential is a strong card against our deck.
I agree.
Let's see what they grab. Probably Chuku, Serp.
Sure.
Okay.
So half of their hand is Thunder Dragons and Serpent. Cool. Heavy.
That's
interesting.
Problem.
So we have
Probably
Chaos Monster.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Well, I mean, the heavy's gone. So.
Yeah.
It's not
level limit will help us.
Yeah. Definitely not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Thunder Dragon and Serpent in hand?
Yeah. Let's hope it's not Raigeki Break. Okay.
I don't like flipping up Ojama Trio with a Chaos Sorcerer, but it is 2,000 damage here. We could just wait until we get some more burn spells.
For sure, we use the level limit.
Yeah.
We're setting, but not using now. We wait.
Okay. Go ahead and set the Ojama Trio.
Yeah. We don't want to use them. Just Desserts too, I think.
Okay. Yeah, the opponent already has a monster, so we can activate Just Desserts. Oh no.
Oh, that's a problem. Oops.
Oh no. Like I told you, it's always these decks that have like 1,800 traps.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Here with a Sakush. Okay. Let's see.
Oh man. We'd be looking so good right now.
We want the Arthur Grenade back.
Yeah, we sure do. Oh yeah, we do have another Trunade in the deck.
Yeah, and Breaker.
Yeah, that's one of the powerful things about this deck is people bring in their decrees, and it hurts you for a while, but then you get to your Trunade and everything's fine.
Yeah.
So
and what they're doing is a little risky if we find a Lily or something, but only traps. We have
if we find the Trunade though, we do have lethal with what we have.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get our superior skills in drawing from the top of our deck. Oh, that's not the right one. That's
that's the problem with the heavy instead of Trunade.
Yeah, that's not the right one. Okay.
We'll have to wait.
Yeah, it's all right. We're good. We've got a 2 in 25 chance here. Plus, we have Pot of Greed and Graceful Charity still to help. And the opponent's heavy's gone. They can't activate Raigeki Break, so they have like probably exactly MST and Breaker to deal with this level limit. So
exactly. So we're not in a bad spot.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
You are the god.
We did it.
Here, you only fear the walk, but we go for game for sure.
Oh yeah. All right. So just to make sure we set all of our traps.
Yeah.
And I guess I can activate level limit. Doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah. We're low, so have to activate level limit.
Okay. And I want to do this in reverse order, correct? I want to chain everything and have Ojama Trio resolve first, so that way they don't have an opportunity to walk.
They have the opportunity to walk in any case, but
Do they?
you can do it the way you're saying.
Okay. Do they have a? Oh yeah, they can walk one of their monsters. Okay.
Yeah, you can use one and then Ojama. See if they use, or you can use all of them. Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna do. Well, I think it's probably.
Okay. Go for it.
All right, and then Ojama Trio. Because they go back up to they'd go back up to 8,000, I guess, or 8,500 if they have the walk here.
But they lose their sorcerer, so we're good if
Yeah.
they have
Okay.
the walk. Okay.
Or instead of losing the sorcerer, they can just lose the match.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a nice
I kind of want to look at this though, because like if I don't know.
think
So
because
what was the other way that I could have done this?
yeah, I was thinking just to use desserts and then Ojama to scout for any walk.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
So because they want to lose less, so after the Ojama, they use their walk on the sorcerer. So we keep the barrel and desserts
Okay.
if they summon another monster. That was the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. No, that makes sense to me. I think I misheard you. You mentioned something sort of along those lines, and I thought you meant to do the chain as just like do the full chain, but just do just desserts and then Ojama Trio and then just desserts and then Secret Barrel. So I think I misheard you a little bit.
Yeah.
So that one's on me.
Yeah,
But it ended up working out.
Yeah, I told you that, but I was meaning use on resolution or wait for the barrel or desserts.
Yeah. That would have made sense for sure because we definitely, if they had a walk here, though they probably don't have walk, if I had to guess, because they have like royal decrees and a whole bunch of that other stuff. But I mean, yeah, they still could. And if I guess I'm a big fan of if you can play around a card, you probably should.
Yeah. Exactly.
In scenarios like this. So yeah, definitely could have gone with that line. Probably should have because they would not have died from this if they had a walk. So that makes sense.
We keep that. But in this game, we could have seen Jinjo, so it was a little risky too. I don't know.
Yeah, there's also that Jinzo.
Yeah, that's the problem with the burn. You don't know what side every opponent has.
Yep.
Jinjo, King Tiger, Amazones, Decree. We didn't expect the Decree here.
Yeah, definitely didn't expect Decree.
Yeah.
But we were able to draw on the Giant Trunade. Like I said, that's one of the strengths about this deck. Sometimes your opponent thinks they're safe because they flip Decree and then they just lose.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I really, really like about it. But yeah, so those are going to be our, like 2.5 matches or whatever. I had a lot of fun with these, but I believe you said you had some shout outs to give at the end of the video here.
Yeah. First of all, I want to shout out my team, Team Nemesis. Our captain, Zogler. Great player and helps a lot the Greek community. Evans GR, great player also. Great streamer too. Kochos, probably the first person that played in FLCs, GFCs online and War League. Anasio, another good player and rule expert. Geronimo, our Osnabrück conqueror. He won GGP in Osnabrück. Steve, hard-working player. It works a lot to become better. And Viriros, who is a newcomer with a lot of potential. Also, I want to shout out the other Greek team, Team Buds and Captain Sapouliata for a very good season so far. Also, I want to shout out my former teammate Fox, who is doing an amazing job in the academy, and the
Absolutely.
rest of the academy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He offers a lot to the community.
Mm.
And all the academy team, of course, Necromancy for Kids, Zoidberg, Calcifer, Splevin, uh, also all the staff from the events, MMF for being the head judge in a lot of them, also Jazz for the FLC tournaments. Who else? JDZ for sure for uh, for all his contribution to the community. Of course, you for streaming and uploading great videos. Um, General Alvarado also, our world champion,
Mm.
that helps a lot the Greek community and of course all the good community. And last but not least, I want to shout out Alexandros Tadzopoulos. He's the person who is behind all the Greek IRL scene and organizes the tournaments, the GGPs, and the local tournaments. All of them for the amazing job they're doing to the community. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the channel. Especially for like reaching out to me. Um, but yeah, definitely, yeah. Thank you very much for coming on. This is a whole lot of fun, especially for a deck that I'm interested in putting more time into in the
Mhm.
future. And definitely, I just really like these videos where I get to play with the people who are just like the best players with the decks. It's so cool. So enjoyed it a lot. Thanks again for coming on. Did you have anything else to say before we sign off here?
No, no, just thank you. I hope you had a good time, and I think we both learned some things today.
All right. That's going to be the video, everybody. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.